Hello, first grade. Today we are going to be doing a measurement review. So I need you to print this worksheet if you can. If you don't have a printer at home, then you're going to do the same thing that we did yesterday for the time review and just write your answers on another piece of paper. You don't have to redraw everything. You can just kind of write as much as you can. All right? And then what you're going to do at the end of your work today is you're going to send me just a picture of whatever work you did. Okay? As long as you tried today, that is all I am worried about. I'm not worried about it looking perfect. I just want to see that you're doing your math work in some way. Okay? So get this ready to go. You need to pause to get it ready. Go ahead and do that. The copy of the worksheet is in your classroom. And we can get started. Let me get my tool ready to go. All right, so our first problem up here, number one, it says circle the shorter one. Okay, well, which flag is shorter, the top one or the bottom one? The top one is shorter, so I'm gonna circle that one. Number two says circle the longer one. So which arrow is longer, the top one or the bottom one? The top one is longer. Number three, it says which one shows the items in order from shortest to longest. So which one of these three pictures shows the branches in order from shortest to longest? We can even number them. That way, in case you don't have the ability to print them, you can just tell me which one it was. Is it 1, 2, or 3? And we're going over these together anyways. Number 2 shows them in order from shortest to longest. See how they kind of go in a nice diagonal line? This one is all out of order. It doesn't go in a nice neat line. And this one is in order, but it's from longest to shortest. Okay, next we are going to be using these cubes that they have underneath here to measure. So we're going to say, how long is the screwdriver? It is blank cubes long. So let's count how many cubes it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to stop there because if I draw a line straight up from that fifth cube, that's about where that screwdriver stops. So it is 5 cubes long. Now let's do the same thing for the hammer. How long is the hammer? So let's measure. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And after that fourth one, that's where the hammer stops. So it is 4 cubes long. All right, and then our last problem that we're going to do together says circle 2 things you can use to measure how long your shoe is. Okay, so let's think of things that make sense. Would it make sense to measure your shoe with a ball that you would kick? Probably not, because that ball might be bigger than your shoe. How about a block, like the connecting blocks that we use in school? Would it make sense to measure things with those? Sure, we do it all the time. It's a great tool to use. How about a flag, like the one that's hanging in our classroom? Is that a good tool to use to measure your shoe? Probably not. What about a paper clip? Think about a paper clip that we would use to fasten papers together. That would probably be a good tool to use. So you can circle those 2 objects. Make sure your paper looks somewhat like my paper, and if you're writing it on another piece of paper, then what you can do is just draw those two objects, the cube and the paperclip, as best you can. All right, I'm going to clear all of this off of my page so that I can scroll down and show you your independent work. So these are the three problems that you're going to do by yourself, and this is what I want you to send me a picture of the answers to, because we did the other problems together. So I want you to send me a picture of these three answers. So you're going to figure out how long is the train. Now be careful, first grade. The train doesn't even start getting measured in these two blocks. So don't count those two blocks when you're measuring. I recommend coloring in the blocks that are right underneath the train and then counting them. Number 9 says which one shows the items in order from longest to shortest. So again, if you don't have your printer, and that's okay, you can just tell me if it was group number 1, group number 2, or group number 3 that was in order from longest to shortest. And finally, number 10, you're going to circle the item that is 5 paper clips long. So you're going to count out 5 paper clips here from this first chain, and you're going to tell me which item was 5 paper clips long. Was it the fork, the spoon, or the knife? So you can either draw that when you're showing me your picture of your work today, or you can just tell me. You can write the answer. All right. Let me know if you have any questions with your work today. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for math.